Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to another Minecraft how-to video. Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Today I've got a bit of a different video for you. We're going to be building a diorite mansion here in the Tiaga biome. I have cleared out a nice little area by the lake in this nice little Tiaga biome. So we're gonna have ourselves a nice little diorite, dark oak, and spruce house here in the Tiaga. So dimensions are 29 by 11 blocks for the walls on the main building, the main structure. The frame adds another 2 blocks in terms of length and width, so overall it's 31 by 13. We've also got these little add-ons in the front and the back. The back is going to be for a staircase, and then the front is going to be for a front porch. So we'll have it's not exactly a 29 by 11 rectangle in terms of walls. There is a little bit extra that you could do, but overall it's a fairly basic structure. So here I am just filling in the rest of the walls with diorite. I've got the structure, I've got the frame for the first floor completed. So here I am starting on the second floor after clearing out this one tree. And at this point, I didn't really know what I wanted the house to be like. I didn't know if I wanted just one floor and then a very tall second floor, a very tall, narrow second floor. I wanted one very tall, narrow floor. I didn't know if that was going to be a second floor or a third floor. So I decided after filling in the floor here that I was going to build a roof for the second floor and try and figure out, where I try and figure out how I wanted the overall floor plan of the house to be. So I started to build a roof here. It's going to be out of stone bricks and andesite, actually. It was going to be a bit of a steep roof with a very flat top. Basically, we would go up for about 5 blocks or so, and then we'd just cut it off. So you can start to see how narrow and how long I want the top floor to be. I've got it outlined in diorite there. So here I am thinking, maybe I could have a small, well, largish room that isn't that isn't the entire size of the house. On the second floor, and then I just realized, no, I'll have the second floor will be just as big as the first floor, and then we'll have a very thin, narrow third floor instead. So I'm gone ahead and started to build the basic structure of the roof. So it's set into the stone brick by a little bit. I have the stone brick kind of lining the roof in a way. So it looks like it's kind of holding up the roof. It gives it a nice little detail. So, we've got an andesite stair where there's a stone brick full block next to it. So it looks kind of set into the roof and it makes it look very nice. So, like I said, andesite slabs, gonna give it a nice flat top that we're looking for. So I'll fill that in just a second. Here I go. I outline where the second floor is going to be, the floor of the second floor is going to be, and that way I know how tall each floor is. And there I go, just lining it in diorite, just to make sure it looks nice and clean. Now, I've decided at this point that I'm going to want a kind of balcony, if you will. And so I decided at this point I thought it was going to be on the top floor. So I decided to fill in the second floor with diorite and build the frame around it. So at this point the house is looking good. So now I'm starting to work on the roof for the third floor. I had a bit of a cool idea for a roof. It's going to be very tall, very narrow, just as steep as the roof for the second floor, which I'm starting to fill in now. But I wanted it to to point outwards in a way, while it's climbing upwards in a very tall steeple. It's also coming out towards towards you. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm starting to build it outwards towards the front of the house. So it's got some 3D depth to it. It looks quite cool, I think. I think it's quite a cool roof design. And then I decided to do the same thing for the back half because it would look a little strange without it. And I think it looked quite good. I made it nice and a nice good transition from block to block by using some stairs. So it was a good easy transition. Uh, and yeah, overall I think the roof looked pretty good. I just filled it in the same way that I did the rest of the roof with the andesite. Then capped it off with the stone brick slabs. So yeah, there you can see me. I'm started to fill in the roof of the second floor, or the roof of the third floor, the walls of the third floor, and the yeah, the roof of the second floor slash floor of the third floor. So I thought I'd do the balcony on the very top floor. I took a look at it, decided that does not look good at all, so I decided to instead do the balcony on the second floor and then just wall off the third floor. And I took a look at that and decided that looks much better. So now that I've got the main walls and the frame done for the first and second and third floors, now that I've got it mostly done for the house, it's time to go in and do the detailing. So we're going in and building our front porch here. We've got some stone brick walls, we've got some fences, we've got some gates, and we're going in and building those. We replaced the floor of the balcony with stairs and slabs, and that way it looked much better when you're coming in the front door. Added a dark oak front door just because it looked better than spruce, since we've got dark oak on the exterior. Added some plants using some pots and then dead bushes and some leaves, oak leaves I believe I used. Now I'm just surrounding the windows on the front side, which I just punched out, and I'm surrounding those with dark oak stairs and slabs. And as for the windows on the outside, I'm putting dark oak trapdoors and gates. So, and it looks quite good. It's a very simple way to design the outside of your window, but it looks quite good. So, anyways, here I am. I just tried to do the outside of the balcony as well. Made some nice fences for it. Tried to make a nice entrance for it. So it's coming together quite nicely. Here I'm making some supports for the top floor of the house. You know, adding some details to it. I decided the way I like the way the front of the house looked. So I'm going in and now detailing the rest of the house, basically in the same way that I detailed the front of the house. Uh, Same way that I detailed all the other sections. So looks quite good. I think with some sections it's a little challenging because they're different shapes or different sizes, but as long as I have the same general idea, same general theme going, I think it looks quite all right. So yeah, now you can see me finishing up the rest of that. I had to do a bit of terraforming just so it would look good for it, but for the most part, I left the landscape mostly untouched, which I'm okay with that. Added some glass panes to light gray glass panes for the windows, and then now I'm going in and doing a little bit of work on the interior. So I am filling in the floors of the second and third floor with spruce wood, just so we have a nice little contrast from the outside. Um, I know all the outer walls are going to be diorite still at this point, but we still want some contrast from the outside. So I've added a stripped dark oak wood pillar to try and make the staircase. I had a couple of false attempts with this staircase that didn't look good. I tried to go from the top down, and they just did not work out too well at all. I could not get just couldn't get it right how I wanted where I wanted the staircase to land, uh, I guess, so to speak. So, anyways, then we started going from the bottom up, which I got that to work. The only problem was the top of the staircase on the third floor had to use trapdoors instead of actual slabs, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to fit my head on the way down. Decided to light the room using some lamps. Um, Now I'm adding some stripped spruce logs as at the entrance to the house and the entrance to the stairways. Uh, and the final touch I made to the interior was adding some rafters using some dark oak stairs and gates. Space them out nice and good on the top floor. There I go, adding those posts again. And yeah, the house is more or less complete on the interior. So here are all the materials I used. You can see I used the different types of andesite as well as stone brick and diorite. I used just about every different variant of dark oak wood that is in the game, as well as just the various types of spruce wood right there, grass blocks, lanterns, torches, and light gray glass panes. So here is a final overview of the house we have built, and overall, I must say it looks quite good. I don't think I've built a diorite house, much less to this size. I don't build many houses on this size, so I think it looks quite good. This is a quite a good house. Some people would consider this a starter house. I would consider this like a middle game house, a mid game house for me personally. My starter houses are usually quite small and quaint. Here we got the first and now second floor, and now moving into the third floor with the rafters. And I think overall, the house looks very good. So if you guys want to build it on your own, feel free. There's one last look, and I think it looks fantastic. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and that way I will know to make more videos like this in the future. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.